Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to the American Investor Show. Please click subscribe if this is your first time listening. From trader and CEO interviews to breaking news about companies you won't hear anywhere else, nobody does a better job at keeping you in the know when it comes to penny stocks. The term penny stock generally refers to a security issued by a very small company that trades at less than $5 per share. Penny stocks are extremely risky, yet they offer rates of return on investment not seen anywhere else. The host, guest, and callers are not registered financial advisors licensed by any government entity, and therefore, the following should be considered entertainment. The host, guest, and callers disclaim all liability in the event any information, commentary, analysis, opinions, advice, and/or recommendations prove to be inaccurate, incomplete, or unreliable, or result in any investment losses. Before investing in penny stocks, you should consult a professional to determine what strategy may be best for your individual needs. Now, without further ado, your host, LaSalle Anunga.
Yes, what's going on, people? Shout out to the few people I think I'll have in here tonight, man. Yeah, this is savage as late, but man, you know, great game today. I had a homeboy come over, man. I wasn't going to tell him to go, you know, kick rocks for the show. It'd been a minute since I seen him, so I really wanted the opportunity to catch up, man. Awesome game. Bullets coming back. Double OT. And I call them the Bullets. I still call them the Bullets. And double overtime to come back and win by 1. Shout out to, they call them the Wizards now, but overcame a 20-point deficit to come back and beat the Celtics. I don't know if you guys watched that game or not, but look, I just wanted to spend some time. But I know I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep knowing that I didn't do the show. So watched the game, chilled out a little bit, and then, but I knew I was like, look, I'm not going to be able to get some good sleep unless I do the show. Shout out to the people in the chat room. I'm not expecting 100 people like we usually get, but I wanted just to knock out a morning show. You guys know I don't, ain't got no 9 to 5, so I was like, might as well, just do a show. So fuck it. Market opens up in a couple hours. Got a couple emails. Got some people who are already doing that little weekly paycheck strategy, man. I already got a trade. In Google, and I told you guys who were in the show yesterday that I was really looking to do that paycheck strategy with Google if it bounces, and I did it. All right, here's Google, and with that strategy, I decided to do. It's an easy, quick one for March 29th. And what I did is I bought the 11.25 put and I sold the 11.2750 puts. And this is, again, it's like $100. Like if Google stays above 11.27 by March 29th, I get like $125. If it doesn't, then I lose the credit, which is $125 plus like $27. I think it was like $145 or something. So just trying to figure out how that works. I didn't want to put out crazy risk because that literally is the first time I'm doing this. And it's basically like that long strategy I talked about, but instead your profit or your credit is given to you up front. All right. What's going on, Otis Johnson, Juan Diaz, Carlos, Georgia General, Terrell Tinsley. Who else is in here? Werewolf Relative, Cali Rob, goddamn, bro. Gucci. Y'all up in here late as hell, man. Let's look at some of the tickers you guys are looking at, man. All right, you already know what the line is. 305-600-2896. Give me a call if you got a special ticker you want us all to see. Someone's bringing up SLDB. What's SLDB, man? SLDB, Solid Biosciences. Is this what you're talking about right here? Not much going on here. Relative. Not much of a history. Looks like a new issue. Solid Biosciences. Shares plunge due to FDA clinical hold. Where is it at after hours? I'm seeing here something about shares plunging. Hold on. Let me open up my equity feed. Shout out to Equity Feed. Get 2 weeks free. EquityFeed.com. Let me open up my equity feed and see where we are here. All right. Let's see here. Where are you at? Equity feed pop up. That's not good when they say shares have collapsed after hours, I'm guessing. Come on, where's the equity feed at? Open up. Gotta click on this thing like that's the only thing I don't like about the software. You gotta click on it like 4 damn times to start. All right. Yeah, give me a call and see what's going on with that stock that you just made us look up. TNKE, Tankey Incorporated, up 43%. Something from March 13th, merger news. Reverse split, allegation is fake, no reverse split. Company came out. All right, company's doing a good job of staying on top of news, man. I'm seeing they put out quite a bit of news on TNKE. 43% gain. Nice daily chart. You're getting us in there kind of late. Wish you brought it to us at in the triples, but man, you gotta love stocks like this, man. When you get them at the triples, and they obviously had a solid float because that's the only way you're sitting in these double zeros now from these triples so recently. February you were at what, double 0004. Now you're up 700. Yeah, that's 700%. 4 times 7 is what? 4 times 6 is 20. That's 600%. Excuse me. 4 times 6 is 24. That's basically 600% from where you are, man. Play me some Pippin, man. Yeah, let me give you that. In fact, I'll give you that's a monster kill, really.
Monster kill.
That's a nice play for 30. What is that? 30 days. 30 days. There's so many stocks on the OTCs, though. I mean, you really, and they don't really let you know what the float is. You actually have to dig the work. That's why that Tim Sykes video, level 2, I mean, not level 2, OTC filings, or penny stock filings, that's why it's still so damn popular. Because it's really the only video that shows you how to go through these OTC tickers and their filings. Yeah, RKDA's been a monster, man. I mean, it's been a monster on Black Box. I had RKDA at the beginning and when he was in some of those single digits. And, got a piece of the morning run. It ran again. In fact, let's go ahead and look at RKDA. And I'll show you that 5-minute chart. Because RKDA was funny because it had that morning run, right? It had the morning run. And then you had that secondary run coming in, after lunch. Didn't participate in that, but boy, what a run. I mean, this is it went to $55. $55. You got to understand, this is a stock that, just a few days ago, we were talking about like 6, 4, yeah, in the 4s. In the 4s. So we're talking $4 to $55. High was $55, man. Supreme victory.
Supreme victory.
That's insane. But look, you couldn't see it coming, right? Nobody can predict the future. Your job is to lock in profits. But boy, just like any other ticker that comes through the Black Box Stocks alerts, all right, blackboxtrader.org, it's simple. You get the alert in the morning, whether it be pre-market or at the bell, right? I pull up the 5-minute chart. Wait my 30 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. By the 6th bar, I should have my morning high set. Set my morning high. All right, so I'll probably set my morning high. And then I wait for the morning high to be eclipsed. And once the morning high is eclipsed, boom, I'm in for the ride. And then I use my either the 10 or the 21 to keep me into the trade. right, to keep me into the trade. The 10 would have been closer. Yeah, probably used the 10. All right, but RKDA didn't get that second run, though. That second run would have been really nice. That would have been really nice coming back above that 10 moving average on the 5-minute. All right, but then you get MACD cross. All right, would have showed you get out there, and then you had the EMA fail to get you out of the trade. But that's kind of how you play those. A lot of plays today. Incredible volatility today, man. Incredible volatility today. I got to be really impressed, you know, with what happened today. All right, PTI after hours. What's PTI doing after hours right now? Get rid of that. Here's the 5-minute chart on PTI. Didn't do much today. Here's today's move. Didn't really do much today. Boy, this thing is bringing up quite a bit of volume, though, man. 13 million shares on PTI. It's a $6 stock. It's not cheap. Bringing in a lot of volume. Let me see where you're at after hours. That's got you so excited, man. PTI. After hours, 7.95. Am I right? It's up almost $1 after hours. Last bid, 7.95. Yeah, I see those bid and ask spreads are up almost $2. They're about $1. About $1. Not bad. 7.95 on PTI. Let's keep it going. Let's get back to that daily chart. As you see, here's the gap up over the 2 days ago. Nice play on PTI, continuing that run. It's gonna chase a lot of those shorts out of there too, because looking at those candlesticks, I can tell you right now, those are some candlesticks that shorts would be interested in definitely taking a small position in. But obviously that float and what's going on right now after hours will have them running for the hills tomorrow. We'll see what happens there. Origin Agritech, one of the biggest gainers. I think it actually was in that top 5, right? I think, yeah, it wasn't. It was top 3. There it goes. It was 3. Number 3, SEED, that huge monster volume. Incredible volume on that one, man. That was a nice play there.
Ultra kill.
And this is the chart right now. That's the 10. Let's go to the 5. That 5 even looks even prettier. And there it is, folks. I mean, this is beautiful. And again, just like anything else I usually trade, the same thing, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Set my high of the day. Wait for it to eclipse the high if I like it. 10 moving average. And boy, you stayed in the trade. You know, obviously you could have been scared out a little bit here, but boy, you know, what a trade. What a trade. Shout out to all the people who are taking advantage of those videos that I sent out. Nothing but good things I've been hearing from the people in regards to them. I'm going to be adding some more videos this weekend to that lot that I found from, I don't know when this guy put those videos together, but some interesting stuff I'll probably add in to that folder this weekend. And I really want that folder to be kind of where I send all the beginners. So if you just need like free training, free video training, and you don't have $150 a month, you don't have $200 a month to be ripped off by so many of these guys out here who, you know, really just want you to pay their rent, giving you played out information on how to trade. And it's not played out, it's just shit that's just being regurgitated over and over and over again. You know, because that's the new hustle right now when it comes to the stock market. It's just, oh, I'll teach you how to trade. Teach you how to trade. So guys, fly by night dudes, man. Y10, email me happypennystocks@gmail.com if you want those videos and access to my Google Drive. Happypennystocks, that's plural, @gmail.com. Y10 up 73%. Y10 up 73%. This is the number 2 gainer on the market today. You know, there was just so many ways to make money, man. It was just money all over the place today. You know, it was just money all over the place today, man. You know. And guys, you don't really have to go, you know, you don't really have to go hard at this stuff. You know, shit. $100, $200. You know, even if you're not even sure. You know, you put $200, you lose 20% of the day. That's $20? You know, so you see a stock moving. Again, I just showed you 5 candlesticks on a 5-minute. All right, let's go to 5 minutes, show you what it looks like. First 5 candlesticks, 30 minutes of the day. All right. Where's that morning start at here on Y10? Let's zoom it in. First 5 candlesticks of the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. High of the day. Wait for the high of the day to break. Boom. High of the day is broke. You sit in the trade with a nice moving average. Because the moving average, that 5-minute moving average is by 30 minutes in, you know where the moving average is and where the stock has to stay in. All right. You said you emailed me. All right. Yeah, if you emailed me today, I'll get to it. I haven't checked my email today. All right. Could have right this morning run here into the fail. All right, into the fail. Nice play. Then it came back above the moving average. Came back above it. Here's your buy signal again. You can use that, or you can use the MACD cross. All right, that you learn on those videos. All right, confirmation here. MACD crossover, RSI crossover, EMA crossover. That's a buy. That's a buy. Beautiful. Nice move. Shout out to the guys who got in on Y10, man. You know, and that's the only thing. I mean, as a human, there are just too many opportunities, and you only have 2 sets of eyes. Too many opportunities, and you only have 2 sets of eyes. But ka-ching to those guys. It is what it is. Nice play. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Seeing guys bringing up RXII. We haven't talked about that stock in a while. I haven't talked about RXII in a while, man. It's been a minute, man. This stock has been a big-time loser over the last several weeks, you know, since the beginning of the year. Kind of sad because last year, you know, toward the end of the year, you know, RXII, you know, it was doing some things. It was doing some things. And to see RXII here, now back on the charts, and it brings back some sentimental feelings. But can it stay? Can it stay at these levels? All right. Technical analysis teaches you when a turnaround happens this quickly, then it typically doesn't last, because that turnaround's got to be a little bit more gradual. All right. Any kind of sudden break typically doesn't last, as what you have, what's called RTM cut sets in. It's a return to the mean. So a stock that's been losing over a period of time, a quick change in trend will eventually reverse as suddenly, as quickly as the trend ended, and come back to losing again. But for right now, stock is up 42%. Nice play on RXII. All right. Let's keep it going. KCPC. Key Capital. I'm actually surprised I got people in here, man. I was thinking I'd probably be talking to myself and just kind of going through some trades. KCPC up 392%. Good Lord. What was that? Hold on. Is this a reverse? This has got to be an OTC play. Hold on. Where's this coming from? My scanner missed this one. KCPC. Okay, it's an OTC stock. It's an OTC stock. Wasn't looking at OTCs today. Woo! Look at that. KCPC. Let me see. Did Black Box catch this? Because I don't remember seeing something like this. Let me log on to my Black Box. Did they catch that? KCP. Oh, they did catch it. They kind of caught it a little bit late, though. They caught it at 159. 159 at 253. Damn, that's late as fuck. So at 253, around right here, they caught it. You still could have made some money on it, but you know, the way I trade, that wouldn't have got. It would have been too late in the day for me. But boy, what a move though! What a low float. This had to be a very low float. It's a crypto stock, is it? Oh, I do see that. Okay. John McAfee. Oh, as soon as I saw that John McAfee name, I should have known. I should have known. You know, they lent, you know, MGTI. He's not affiliated with them like he was at the beginning, but MGTI, his old play, you know, that kind of associated with him, and they had his name, and then they got sued and whatnot. So, nice play though, man. What's going on, Ryan? It's been a minute. You working the late shifts now or what? I haven't seen you in a bit. GBTC is an interesting play because we followed this stock when it did the reverse split, and we called it going into single digits, and Bitcoin started to bounce, and it did a very nice bounce. Say what you want about GBTC, it actually does a pretty good job of following Bitcoin, and Bitcoin should be going down to below 1,000 any day now. I think the markets realize that there are other cryptos that are a little bit better, and every guy, I don't know, I'm not, you know, a genius at Bitcoin, but I'm telling you right now, if you want to be in the next Bitcoin run, find that cryptocurrency that is all about privacy. That it's all, whatever that is. I don't, you know, but when I look at the cryptocurrency market, you know, what guys just are forgetting is the fact that people want to be able to spend money and not have some kind of third party over their back trying to figure out what they're doing and why they're doing it. We got to get back to the central focus of what cryptocurrency was about, man. It's getting away from, you know, this controlled monopoly capital, you know. And I think guys have gotten away from that shit, man. You said Monero's the privacy. I think that's why Monero, last I checked, Monero was, let me see, where's Monero at? Real quick. Not going to spend this time. Where's Monero? His Bitfinex. Where's Monero? Okay, Monero coming down here at 208. All right, almost 50% lower from those December highs. But yeah, you know, get something like this, you know, faster than Bitcoin, better crypto, better privacy than Bitcoin. That's where the market's going to turn to, man. That's where the market is going to turn to, is these privacy coins. That's where the market's going to turn to. What's going on, Dr. Butterfly? Yeah, we talked a little bit about RKDA. That was a monster winner for today. Huge gain, multiple day gainer. Incredible volatility in the stock. All right. Is it going to stay up there? Now I think you're pushing it now. I think you're talking about a pretty big red day tomorrow on the stock. 95 on the RSI on the daily. Here's RKDA. Beautiful move, man. Beautiful move. And again, you know, everybody, oh, you're bigging up Blockbox a lot. You're bigging up, well, because we're just killing it, man. We're killing it. You know, this is what, the third day right now in RKDA? And again, just real quick, how you play the alert comes in 30 minutes. All right. Every first 6 candlesticks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Set the high of the day. That's my high. All right, that's my high. 30 minutes in, wait for the break above the high. Boom, you're in. Within 30 minutes, your moving averages is created, and you stay on the other side of the moving averages till it breaks. And this is another winner because once the stock becomes intraday, as I showed you guys earlier, you fail the first one. If the stock comes back, here's your cross. 50 RSI cross, MACD cross, EMA cross. Now, I didn't participate, honestly, I didn't participate in this second run. I was already on some other shit by then. But boy, what a move, man. What a move. What a move. Ryan, you said you've been reading the Wall Street Journal, traveling. Dr. Butterfly said you're mad you missed that. Oh, there'll always be another one. You never want to be mad that you missed anything. You know, this is the market. There'll always be another company doing something. There's always going to be a runner. Always going to be a runner. Always going to be a runner. You know, that's why a lot of these guys, you know, I think last year, a year or 2 years ago when I first started the show, guys would call up and they say, I only have $250. And the answer at the time was, man, you're going to have to put that away and stock up until you get 1,000. You don't even need to do that now. You don't even need to do that now. $250. Get yourself a good alert system. Again, I'm biased. And you can use that $250. And you can reasonably, with 3 trades a week, right? What is it, 3 or 4 now if you're under the PDT? I think it's 3, right? It's been a minute for me. You can double that, you know, with less than a week. Less than a week. You know. All right. Obviously, with the beginner, it'll be a little bit harder, but it's very possible to do that. Corey Quine said they catch them all. Yeah, they do. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no excuses now. There's really no excuses now. It's really no excuses now. At this point. How long is this stock going to run? I think it's topped out now. That 95 RSI is high. I'd be very surprised to see it go higher tomorrow. I'd be very surprised. RKDA closed yesterday. It was like 60, 65. I expected another day, but not 311%. Not 311%. You know, and it had already had pre-market. It had already had a lot of meat on its bone too, because if you remember that alert came out pre-market. The alert came out pre-market at $14. All right, and I saw it pre-market, and I didn't buy pre-market. I was like, okay, damn, 14. Why is it moving heavy pre-market? I'm like, okay, I know what they're doing. They're setting us up to dump in the morning. The stock comes out, sets a morning high. I set my high of the day, and then it breaks it. And I showed you like 5 minutes later, and it keeps going. I'm like, what the fuck? Where are all these buyers coming from? APRN. Someone said, who's that? Ryan gets it. You say you're long Blue Apron. Why are you long here, sir? Why are you long Blue Apron here? I'm looking at the weekly chart. What's the justification here to be long? The weekly chart, you really need a nice, next week you really need a nice candlestick next week. Let's look at the daily. Okay, I see where you're looking at here on the daily now. When's earnings again for Blue Apron? Hold on. Blue Apron, last time I looked at it, Blue Apron is a company, their acquisition per customer cost is too high. What they cost to get a customer minus what that customer is worth to them is too high. That's the biggest sentiment regarding them. May 15th. Okay, so you're still a ways away. All right, we'll see. That's all I can say on that one is we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, the articles, though, you know, the articles people are writing on it aren't the best. You said short Apple. Yeah, they're no short on this stock. No, you can short the stock. I mean, it's below 250, but you know, the real short would have been here at these higher threes just a couple of weeks ago. As it, you know, these and by the way, this is a really interesting opportunity for you to short when you see these stocks kind of fighting to stay above positive momentum. And then you have fall crap back across the MACD cross, 50 RSI fail. That's your short. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's already beat up, so I don't see why not. You said Sal must have come back from a strip club. Nah, man, I don't do the strip club thing no more. You know, when I first started making a little money promoting and stuff like that, you know, I was doing that stuff, but that's for lames, man. The strip club is for lames. I'm sorry. I don't care how rich you are, how much money you are. Hey, that's the biggest sucker shit ever, man. It's when you go to a strip club. I don't care how nice the music is, the girls is. You know, that's the worst feeling in the world, man. It's the empty feeling, too. I'd go there, you know, throw up like $400, come back home, and I'd feel so empty. You know, I'd feel so like damn, man, that's like, you know, I feel so empty. That was money that I used to cry over, you know, a year, 2 years ago. And now here I am throwing it away for free. Like, what am I thinking, man? You know? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I got somebody in my family who could use that money. Why am I doing this? So, I just changed up my mindset when it came to that stuff. You said the new Joe Budden, hilarious. Trying to take advantage of the bears and the high short float. MTCH. Match.com. You know, Match Group. I don't know the numbers of Match.com, but look, they're making a lot of money on, you know, these apps are relatively cheap to maintain. They've got huge margins, right? Because once you create an app that's successful, you get people to, you know, go into like some kind of monthly rate where you're getting in that income. Then you're just talking about maintenance, adding in new features here and there. But that's kind of why. I mean, these companies tend to be quite profitable, man. You know, if you have an app development company, apps, you know, they work 24/7. They're constantly out there making you money. So it's hard to really kind of bet against these companies. And, you know, it's only got a, 29 PE ratio? That's relatively cheap for a tech company. That could go higher, my friend. That can go higher, Kelly Rob. You know, that it's still relatively cheap for a high-tech company. And online dating isn't going to, you know, going away anytime soon. That's the new way to meet people. It's almost getting to a point where it's hella awkward to walk up to a girl now in public. I'll still do it. You know what I'm saying? I'll still do it because you never know when you're going to see that person again. And if you're interested in that person, you better take advantage of the opportunity and the lifetime of the opportunity, right? But for busy professionals, for young people, older people, to find individuals who like what you like, literally to be able to, you know, set criteria. If you want somebody who loves soccer to go in there and find a woman or a guy who likes soccer, online dating is the way you do that. So I don't know about betting against those kind of companies, man. JBZY. Why am I seeing the ticker? JBZY. I think that's... What happened to that? Oh, okay. So they're... All right. So it's probably JBZYD then. If they're doing a reverse split. JBZYD. No. W. S. No. Okay. Yeah, it looks like they got taken off to the exchange. They'll come back tomorrow if it's a reverse split. Appreciate you, Joe Scott. Let's see here. Yeah, I want to do a nice little show tonight. Knock it out real quick. And then we'll wrap up the markets tonight. And might try another option tomorrow toward the close for an easy little, paycheck. BIOC, 9%. Yeah, I mean, we're still waiting for it to break that green line that I set there. We got above it today, but as you can see here, there wasn't any commitment, to start closing the gap. That's not the candlestick you want to see, but the RSI looks good. MACD got you in quite a bit ago back there on the 14th. You've been patient. MACD got you in a bit early. You've been patient watching it. RSI's following through. So, bulls are coming back in control of this. All signs point to this is your entry. Just didn't commit today, but 9% gain today in the stock. But yeah, that's your entry. What did I buy at the opening bell? RKDA. I was on RKDA. I got that alert. RKDA, and that's what I was waiting for. But again, I thought RKDA was going to dump, and it didn't. MU is just a situation where, that stock just needs to pull back, man. It's just a little, you get to those high RSI levels where you need to come down to go up. So you got selling pressure. It came back a little bit today, but at the end of the day, man, you're fighting with these tops. You're just going to be fighting with these tops all day. And it just needs to come down to go back up. That's the situation with MA. It doesn't have any breathing room. And when I say come down, I'm not talking, $4 or $5. Just, maybe even the 58s, mid 58s, 57 something. But just give yourself a little bit of breathing room to where you can continue to keep going higher. Now, you could push to where RKDA is, right? You can go to 90 on the RSI, but then you're talking about an even bigger sell-off when you get there. All right, but semiconductors is where the money is at right now. That's where I'm trading at on MU. I'm not in MU. I'm actually in XKL. Oh man, I'm gonna have to take my phone out. Show you what. Let me see here. Make me want to log all the way back in. XKM or XLK, I think, right? Yeah, there it is, XLK. So I'm in XLK. I'm in XLK short. Actually got a spread on it. Well, he said the gap in Ford. Yeah, Ford issued a recall, man. They issued a recall, and they're basically, Ford came out and said that they got cars on the road where you can be driving and the steering wheel can fucking fall off the goddamn car. How the hell does a car like that get into production? How does that make it on the road, man? You are driving the car and the steering wheel falls off. How's that? This is crazy. That's crazy to me. What does that chart look like? There's the chart right there. Got some long-term options, but nowhere near. I gotta look at them every day. Here's Ford. You know, you still ended up with a good day, though. I mean, your high was 1140s. You know, still a good day. You're going to get those 1187s I talked about a couple weeks ago. Those 1187s for January 2019 that were going for like 33, 40, yeah, like 33 cents about a week and a half ago, that are now going for almost 80, 85 cents now. You've doubled your money. Almost tripled it. Almost tripled it. AWGI, yeah, man. I remember you talking about that AWGI, but that's how you play those triples, man. You're just gonna have to be patient, you know. You're just gonna have to be patient and really be making your money elsewhere while you're playing these triples. You know, if these are the kind of stocks you want to buy. But at this point, man, it's just I'm working with too much. I can't have money sitting around like that. But shout out to that's why I always respect these pennies, because it's because of these stocks is where I'm at. It's because why I'm talking to you. What time do I usually go to bed? Whenever I want. Whenever I want, really. You know, but I'm going to take a nap before the morning. Because as I said, that my black box has been making me, be able to get excited about the mornings again. Wasn't exciting before. It was exciting. It's always been exciting, but it's a different kind of excitement now, knowing like whatever the best stock of the day is, I'm going to get it before, a significant amount of people, and I'm going to have an opportunity to play it every day. So I always got to trade. SIG was blowing. What is that? SIG. Damn. Signet Jewelers. Signet to close 200 stores as mall. Yeah, okay, so this is just a situation where, these malls, nobody's going to the mall anymore, man. Nobody's going to the mall anymore. These younger girls, they don't give a damn about where you got the jewelry, right? If you're talking about women over 40, they're like, oh, you got to make sure it's got to be Tiffany's and it's all, but these young girls, they don't give a fuck about that shit, man. They don't care about where the box come from and all that. So things have changed, man, when it comes to jewelry. Things have changed. You got women out here that they don't even fuck with gold like that anymore. You got some girls who just don't even care if it's a diamond. They like the colored stones, which cost significantly less. So, things are just changing a little bit. So how much sleep do I get every night? I get sleep, though. I get sleep. Typically after my show, I knock out. And then I get up around, 5:30, 6. See what my sales were for the night in terms of my other websites. I'm starting to get into some private label vitamins. Nootropics, preferably, because a lot of guys love these little brain pills. So I connected with this vitamin manufacturer up in like the New Jersey area, but I can't find a name for my vitamins. I can't find a name for the vitamins. So I'm thinking about that. So I'm going to create a website where I'm selling these private label vitamins, and it's all drop shipping, so it'll all come through out of them. Let's keep it going. TVIX. I don't trade volatility. I know a lot of guys do. I know TVIX is an interesting play because a lot of brokers have changed the requirements for you to trade TVIX, because a lot of guys got literally wiped out trading TVIX, because that was the thing to do, right? I mean, there were some guys who made, he said less salamis. That is hilarious, man. No, it's got to be real high tech and, you know. But anyway, guys were shorting it all year. That was the thing to do. And on every spike, you would short TVIX. That was the thing to do. You would short. And guys made a killing until, you know, at the beginning of February, guys got caught slipping, man, and got their accounts blown up. Some guys, game over for them, period. You know. Yeah. Yeah. You said that's the name of my vitamin right there. It's fucking hilarious. Good Life vitamins. No, it's a brain power. It's like, you know, that brain power shit a lot of these nerds are in. If you're into like coding or you're into IT, you already know all these guys who are in those fields. They're all on some kind of nootropic, on some kind of like brain pill. You know. They're all on some kind of brain pill. HGV Hilton Grand Vacations, excuse me. 2.6% up, $1.20. Looks like a solid buy and hold. Let's look at the weekly. And boy, yeah, this is a solid buy and hold stock right now. This is the type of stock you put your old folks in. All right. This is a nice little play here. It's a nice little buy and hold, trading at 23 times earnings, $4.5 billion market cap. You know, look, the leisure space isn't going anywhere. People always need a vacation, and looks like Hilton Grand Vacations is doing very well. This is a spinoff. Is that a spinoff company? Yeah, that's got to be a spinoff, right? Yeah, that's a spinoff from HLT. That's a spinoff from HLT, because HLT is also Hilton, and they've been doing really good too. I mean, this has been a solid since 2016. It's a nice little run. Great company. Trading at 44 times earnings, $25 billion market cap. Not bad. Looks like they sold their stake for $1.1 billion. Sold it to who? Okay. Lace asset disposal to repay debts. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. So it goes up in the summer and spring. Yeah, it looks like it'll be a solid time to get in right now then. Looks like it'll be a solid time to get in right now. Let's go back to HGV. I also noticed that about the I don't want to call them the shipping stocks, but the Carnival Cruise Lines, those plays, I would look at those too if you're kind of into those kind of seasonal plays. You know, where's Carnival Cruise Lines at? CCL. Let's look at CCL. All right, down 61 cents today. I think, yeah, you would look at something like that. Let's look at the daily, weekly, showing a bit of weakness here. All right, so you've been kind of funneling. You know, but as you see here from last year, you talk about that March through May. Let's see, did it do it in 2016 too? Yes, it did. March through, okay, so a little bit of resistance, and then May you had a huge spike and then you came back down. But you did it in 2017 too. So somewhere in March here, you could see maybe some of these Carnival Cruise Lines, these shippers, pay attention, but it is showing kind of a bit of a resistance. Mature company trading at 18 times earnings. It's not a tech company, so you're going to have those low PEs. Not bad. Carnival Cruise Lines. Yeah, very seasonal. Secondary offering. Give my thoughts on Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin is like MySpace when Facebook was warming up, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand it's an old technology. it's what introduced you to the game, but eventually, you know, better, bigger and better things come out. So Bitcoin should pull back significantly, man. Bitcoin will come back down to, you know, below 1,000, and that's just what it's going to be. You know, that's just what it's going to be. There's just better plays out there. MySpace is still out there, but who's on it now? You know, so it'll always be there, but it's just not going to be where you're going to go to make, you know, to make money per se. Steinmart, SMRT. I don't know what to say to that, man. It's been, again, another beat up stock. You know, these real beat up plays, not my thing. You had that nice little run a couple days ago, and we brought it up here on the show. But as you can see here, man, a beat up stock is a beat up stock. You know, short term, and it is what it is on that, man. I wouldn't trade that. You know, these small caps. You know, I want some of you guys to graduate to some of these bigger stocks, because I'm not saying that you can't make money. I'll never say that, but man, don't you guys hate this guessing game whether or not it's going to be up or down? And don't you hate that shit? These swings, 7, 8, 9% swings every day. You know? Says up 60% right now after hours. On what news? Steinmart breaks ground after earnings report. Steinmart recorded improved fourth quarter earnings with a net loss of 0.04. Oh, wow. That's a down 1 cent per little share. Wow. Whoa. Okay, so they improved their bottom line by over 100%? 1.1 million. Okay. Adjusted operating income to 7.3 million. Yeah, that's huge. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, they lost money, but they didn't lose as badly as before. That's the thing. They lost money, but it's still a huge improvement. It's still a huge improvement, but boy, there are gonna be so many sellers for you at that open, boy. Let me tell you, man, there are gonna be so many sellers at that open. So just be careful. Just be careful, man. Because you know there's gonna be somebody out there who's gonna 9:30. If you're opening up at this $1.25, somebody's gonna hit the, you know, hit the ask for 10,000 shares, 20,000 shares, and they'll find themselves down 10, 15%, literally 5, 6, 7 minutes later. So that's why first 30 minutes of the day, last 30 minutes of the day, I don't trade way too much volatility. And give yourself 30 minutes. If it's the real deal, it'll keep running, right? When you look at these intraday runners, if they run all day. You know, they run all day, or they run for a significant amount of time. So I never understood these guys who want to jump in at 9:30, like, oh, I'm in. Okay, you know. And then at 9:35, you're like, oh, fuck it, I'm out. I'm like, nah, man. You know. One guy sent me this trade. I said, man, send me your confirmations. And he sent me these confirmations, and I'm looking at this guy's like literally in a stock for like 7 minutes, and he's like wondering why he's losing. And it's like, dude, you literally jump in at 9:30, playing that morning, God knows what that is. You scaring yourself. You giving yourself a heart attack. Let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. I like your paychecks, ticker Kenny Dutton. You know, it's not ADP, right? That's what I always compare it to. What was that ticker again? PayX. Yeah, PayX is what it's called. right? It's not ADP, but it's still a good company, and they've become serious competition for ADP. You know, they become serious competition for them. You know, so very nice weekly plays you can see here. It's been doing really good on the weekly. You're gonna have to be kind of patient with it, though, man. I mean, they're better weekly charts. Don't get it twisted. They're better looking weekly charts than this. But you know, if it's just one stock amongst many others in your portfolio has been doing well. Definitely not a stock I would bet the ranch on, though. Definitely not a stock I would bet the ranch on. He said you don't buy in the first hour. Well, I don't know about the first hour, first 30 minutes. But I don't want to be out the first hour. You know, 10 o'clock, 10:30, there's a lot of things popping off. You know. I'm looking at, for example, going back to that RKDA. You know, you're talking about you're not in it in the first hour. Then that means you're not trading until 10:30, so around here. Boy, I mean, you know, first hour, dude. I mean, that's $15 you sitting on. Don't get me wrong, you got more. I'm just saying, you know, I'm not saying that you know this. I'm just giving this particular example. RKDA. That's pretty aggressive. Let's keep going. What are the best hours to trade between? 10 o'clock, 10 and 12. Between 10 and 12. Great opportunities between 10 and 12. And then between 2 and 3. 10 and 12 and then 2 and 3 if you got bounces, reversals. 10 and 12, 2 and 3. They seem to be the best times. But you can't catch them all. Absolutely right, Kenny. What? I can't wait till tomorrow. I think I saw an alert come out. Let me see here. I had heard Black Box at like 7. I heard something. I'm like, what the fuck? I came upstairs and then thought there was an alert. Because, you know, you'll start hearing alerts at like, you know, 7:45, 8, 8:15. You'll start already hearing some of those alerts. You know. How much do people earn daily in stocks? It depends on how much money you're working with. Investing is all about scale. The more money you have, the more money you can make. Investing is all about scale. The more money you have, the more money you make. All right. Okay. RIBT. More opportunities you have to trade, the more money you have, the less risk that you have. If you have more money, you can trade more expensive stocks that you know, don't require you to absorb so much intraday risk. All right. You can take advantage of dividend trading stocks. You can make money off dividend stocks. I mean, it's all about scale. RIBT. Nice move on RIBT today. 7% gain. Looks like it's up slightly after hours as well. You say, so let's say you play with the 100K. How much can you make with that? Yeah, it still depends. Absolutely. Callie Robb is answering your question. It depends on all. You have no skills, then you might as well give that to us. you might as well give that 100K to us. You have 100K. You got no skills. You might as well just go ahead and give that 100K to us right now. Let's keep it going. You might as well just give that to us right now. Because you're going to give it to somebody. KMI, Kinder Morgan, 1642 right now, oil and gas stock. Oil and gas stock. Kinder Morgan, KMI. It's a good dividend stock. Yeah, that's a good dividend stock. I see that's a quarterly dividend. You know, you might want to go with a monthly dividend, like O, ticker O. O is a monthly dividend. I think it's what, 21 cents a share every month. You know, and I told you guys a ticker like this, you know, you buy 100,000 shares, you know, if you got it like that, it doesn't matter what the stock price is. It's all about the realty income that's being generated from their investments. And O, which is literally called Realty Income Corporation, they buy corporate properties. They buy high-end real estate, investment real estate, so condominiums, A grade, triple A, double to triple A, excuse me, double A to triple A. Because, you know, condominiums are rated. And, yeah, and you can make money off the dividend income monthly. But, again, when you're talking about dividend investing, you're talking about, again, investing in scale. You got to have quite a large amount of money to do that. So, look, you buy 100,000 shares of this, you know, you're making a guaranteed 21K a month. 21K a month from this stock. Do I ever trade with margin? No, I don't trade with margin. No. No. I only use what I have in my account. Why? Because you can always, you know, tomorrow's another day. So I never risk capital that I don't own. I don't risk capital that I don't own. VMW, let's take a look at it. VMW. VMW. What's going on, Desert Edge? VMware was really one of those exciting companies, like when virtualization was like the whole rage. And that was like the early 2000s, man. That was like the early 2000s. And when guys were trying to like run, you know, it's all about trying to run Windows on Macs and stuff. And but here's the monthly. It's been pretty good since 2016, right? Look at that. What is that? $40 back in February of 2016. Now it's $124 stock. We had kind of bit of trouble here recently, but again, as you can see here, these larger cap stocks with great businesses, you go along and you kind of let time work for you. You kind of let time work for you. Why do some people have a maintenance sign? Oh no, that's my my moderators. If you say something crazy, they can ban you. INFI earnings tomorrow, man. INFI, maybe they could deliver and knock it out. Maybe they can deliver and knock it out the park. That'd be nice of them. I mean, that's what Steinmart is doing right now. A lot of guys excited about Steinmart. That's on my list. I saved it myself. That's on my list to watch to see what happens tomorrow. But it's already doing too much after hours. And typically when you have a stock that's doing a lot after hours in the morning, it tends to sell on itself. You know. Kenny Dutton, what did you get in at 55? RSI, Strike Force. Shout out to Strike Force Technologies, man. That shit has been a beast. I'll give it to Strike Force Technologies. That stock has been a beast. Look at these. This is the weekly chart on Strike Force. I think they struggled today. They struggled a little bit today. That's not the kind of sign you want to see, but boy, it's been a beast over the last couple weeks on those OTC pennies, man. I got to give it to them. Shout out to the penny players and Strike Force. Yeah, give me that monster kill, man. That's been
Monster kill.
Man, stock's up over 200%. All right, MCOA, 2.3%. Marijuana, is marijuana ever going to come back? I think it will. Well, it's taking a long time to find the chart. Okay, what's MGNA? You know, marijuana is going to come back, but you know, a lot of the ones that were running, like the can and the buds. You know, like buds. I came out with a report on buds, and that stock spiked like 20% today based on a low RSI jump. That was a nice play on buds today. But I mean that's a losing proposition. The stock's losing, the company's losing. You know, these little, you know, small bumps when the stock gets really low on the RSI, you know, it's just preventing the inevitable. This is a stock that'll go eventually be a 000 stock. The company's not profitable. Never will be. Never will be. And that's not the intent. They don't even have an intent to ever be successful. All right, Kenny, you said you got into VMware at 55? Okay. Shout out to Gucci. Yeah, man. Strikeforce has been a killer. Well, dude, I could have told you, DK, to stay out of that cryptocurrency shit, man. You know, when you're talking about investments where you can't evaluate them. I mean, this is one day we're gonna write a movie, or somebody's gonna write a movie. I'm gonna say somebody's gonna write a movie or a book about how crazy the whole cryptocurrency thing was, man. The fact that guys really thought trading real money for fake money was like a thing. Like, that's crazy to me. You know. happypennystocks@gmail.com. happypennystocks@gmail.com. Let's look at hemp. Somebody brought up hemp. Oh, not that hemp. American hemp. Oh, looks like it's taking TradingView a minute to find these OTC pennies. Like freezing up my system a little bit. Let me get back to the large caps. I don't know. It's taking a minute to find those OTC weed stocks. TradingView does go offline a little bit. That's why it is slowing down a little bit. It's slow. It seems to be slowing down a little bit. But they'll take some of those rare, you know, those OTC stocks down a little bit, but the large caps for the most part are still up. You said bag holders in Wales were selling. They had been selling, man. They had been selling. That's why I talk regularly about, what's his name, man? The guy who ran Litecoin, man. That guy sold at the top. As soon as that guy from Litecoin was like, fuck it, I'm out, all y'all should have been out, man. When the guy who designed the damn project says, I'm selling everything, what's the reason to keep holding? The guy who created the shit is out. But even after that, you had guys still convinced Litecoin was the shit. Lithium Chile, lithium stock, 93 cents a share, 9% gain today. You know, watch these commodity plays too, by the way, man. Watch these commodity plays. If these Trump tariffs are real, these commodities are going to come back, and they're going to come back strong. They're going to come back strong. Yeah, we talked about RKDA earlier today, man. That's a beast. Let's look at the news. Let's look at the news, see what's going on again. Trump tariffs. The conversation around them are becoming a little bit more concrete. So it looks like this is what he wants to do. He wants to implement more tariffs in regards to trade with some of our largest trading partners, particularly China. You know, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. You're going to have businesses that import a lot of products, particularly companies like you know, a Dollar General, like a Dollar Tree, like a Home Depot that I have on the screen. Companies that, you know, bring a lot of their high margin products from China. They're going to get hurt by it. They're going to get hurt by it. And by the way, look at Home Depot. Home Depot's been struggling from the 200s. Look at that, boy. Woo! Home Depot. Almost $33 from the high. And now looking like it's retesting the lows here, fighting for its life. Home Depot fighting for their life right now to go back to retesting November highs, possibly, if they don't get their act straightened out here. Home Depot. Yeah. Yeah, I like that LITH stock. I mean, again, you know, I'm going to buy something that's a little bit more expensive because you can trust the bounce if the bounce does happen. That LITH, I believe it's OTC, right? 1 second. I have a feeling that's that's OTC. Yeah, it is. So, you know, yeah, play it, but understand if there is a reversal of that bearish nature in LITH from the yearly, then once it turns around, it's going to be very short. So whatever profits you get, make sure to take those and take those quick. Kenny Dutton, MSPC is a wrap. Walmart. Yeah, Walmart, you know, Walmart had a really bad earnings report, but watch the bottom for Walmart, because you remember Bad Scientist, he showed us that earnings sell-off strategy. Remember that? Bad Scientist, a couple of weeks ago, he came on the show, told us about how, you know, even after earnings, when it's bad, a good company that has great volume, great business, eventually, yes, it will sell off, but there's a bottom and there's a floor where you can be able to find and take advantage of you know, possibly buying a call or buying straight stock at those levels, giving yourself some time and enjoying the bounce, you know, as the stock returns back to some you know, more respectable levels. So yeah, WMT is selling off now, but there's going to be a floor somewhere here. You're 31 on the RSI, where you're going to want to buy. You're going to want to buy some Walmart, and that's coming soon here. Look at that. Here's the 16-minute. All right, I don't think I've even talked about the hourlies yet, but the hourlies are great places for you to find good swings. good swings. All right, because there's a time frame that kind of scratches out a lot of noise, shows you multiple days of price action, and really kind of shows you whether or not you're getting a really committed return back to some solid buying pressure here. And it's slowly coming back in here. It looks like you got some multiple day support here going back from last week in Walmart, right? So, you know, $1 here, 50 cents here, back and forth. But eventually the selling will subside, and what you'll see is the RSI get back above 50. You should see your MACD cross where the positive lower moving average is above the higher moving average, and then you'll start seeing both of them confirm. All right, you'll see both of them confirm. Let's zoom in a little bit on the action here. So as you can see, where's that 21? Let's zoom out a bit. Where's the 21 at? Oh, you're getting there. All right, where's my 50 at? There it is. 50 is at 88.50. 50 is at 88.50. All right, so as you can see here, bit of resistance of that 50 moving average. Here's that 100. And 200's got to be a lot higher up there. Is at 93.39. But yeah, once some of these moving averages start getting, you know, getting tapped, and then commitment, right? So closing above these moving averages, as you can see here, has been fighting with this 50, and you're not getting commitments. Well, once you get a commitment above that, but you can be bold enough and take a call option right now. I showed you guys that strategy where you can give yourself some time and set in nicely on Walmart. In fact, we can design one right now if you'd like. Just let me know in the chat room. We can design a call option that you might be interested in at these lower levels. All right, let's keep it going. And I'll get you guys up out of here by the end of the hour. SCHD. Oh yeah, that's the Schwab ETF. Yeah, Schwab dividend. That's another dividend. It's all dividend paying stocks. You know, it's all dividend paying stocks. You say clear bear flag on Walmart. Yeah, I mean, when you look at the Walmart chart, where's Walmart at now? 87.67. You know, you had 31 on the RSI, right? 31 on the RSI. And you can play this different ways. I mean, you can literally, you know, play this as you know, you can say, look at where the RSI levels are at here. So you broke some real serious lows here once it broke the RSI 38 level. You're at 31 now. So you go back in time, you say, oh wow, where is it? What has it done beneath these levels? And as you can see here, beneath these levels, Walmart is a very good stock to be in long at these RSI levels. Just look at the chart. You know, your indicators will tell you everything you need to learn. And when you pull the chart out on Walmart, you're saying, wow, this is an opportunity for me to go long on Walmart. And this is an opportunity for you to go long with a lot of time, right? With a lot of time, because as you can see here, a month later, a couple weeks later, you're talking about a completely different stock from those lower levels. And just pull your chart out and do it. You know, it's a buy at these levels. All right. So with that being said, you would go to your option screen. All right, let me log in. Let me log into my little dummy account here. I'll pull it up and show you guys real quick. And something like this, I would give yourself at least 60 to 90 days. And again, you're not even going to need that much time. You're not even going to need that much time. All right, let's go. And I'll show you on my end. All right, show you on my end. So let's go ahead and do it up. Okay, so here I'm gonna pull it up for Walmart. So we're gonna go to WMT. So here's the WMT chart. Today is August 15th. Walmart is trading for 87.72 right now after hours. 67 was where it closed. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some time on this. So I'd look at, let's look at the liquidity on those Junes. Oh yes, solid liquidity. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that open interest. Look at that open interest. All right. So 87.67 is where it's at, the highs. Again, this is you believing that this is going to bounce. Now, you're not going to go anything crazy here. You're not going to go to 100. You're not going to, you know, go anything like that. You're going to buy a solid in the money call right now. All right? You're going to buy a solid in the money call right now. In fact, probably a deep in the money call would even be better. And I'm liking these 82.50s. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because if these Trump tariffs are more dangerous or have more of an ill effect into the market, we want to be able to close that trade not sustaining a significant amount of loss, right? So, and plus, once the stock does bounce, if it does bounce, because nothing is guaranteed, we want to make sure we have a high delta play that's going to give us solid returns as the stock moves back up. All right. So I'm looking at these 82.50s, very nice spreads beneath them. All right. I really want this 80 here. I really want this 80 here for 940 though. $9.40. That's $940 a contract. As you guys already know, Sal, can you make it cheaper for me? Yes. I'm going to sell that 730, and I really want this one. I'm going to finance that 940. All right, I'm going to finance that 940. 730 minus 940. We're talking about what? A little bit more and some change. And let's add a few more contracts to this. But no, let me give you a perfect example first. 940 by itself, it's $940 is what it would cost you with one contract. For January 15th, $940 is your risk up front, but instead we want to make it cheaper for ourselves, so we're going to sell the 82.50s. We're going to buy these 940s, all right, to make it cheaper for ourselves, and that is what we're going to do. I like this call. This is a beautiful setup right here. I really like this a lot. I really like this a lot, but you're gonna need more. You're gonna need more contracts, right? You're gonna need more than one contract because you gave yourself, you made it cheaper for yourself, right? You lowered your risk by 90%. You lowered your risk by 90%. Now, here's the thing about buying a call vertical: you maxed your profit out, right? So your profit is capped. Your profit is capped. If the price of Walmart ends up being greater than $81.96, which is highly likely, your maximum possible profit is $54. That's just a high probability trade. This is a very high probability trade. So your max profit is going to be it's going to be lower. If we were buying an out of the money call vertical, it'd be opposite. It'd be opposite. So you're going to need a lot more. You know, $196, 9 times out of 10, many of you guys can afford a lot more. So we're going to increase this. I'd probably do like 10, maybe even 20. Let's do a 10. Let's see here. Let's go to 10. Yeah, that's 540. I'd probably even go a little higher than that. But just to show people in the chat, yeah, this is even still too cheap. This is still too cheap. But 10 Walmarts, buy call vertical for June. You're putting up $2,000. You're putting up $2,000. If the price of Walmart ends up being greater than $81.96, your maximum possible profit is $540. If Walmart ends up being less than $81.96, your maximum possible loss is your risk, which is $19.60. All right? $19.60. What's $540 of $2,000? That's what's guaranteed 25% on your money. So if I gave you a 25% return on your money, right? That's about 25%, right? I think that's 25%. Your bank ain't giving you 25% on your money in what's that, 60 days? 2, 3, 90 days. All right. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat room here. Yeah, you got to go long on Walmart, man. You got to go long on Walmart. Absolutely. Who's saying that? Relative? You're absolutely right, Relative. Yeah. Absolutely. But that's why it could very well go lower, but then that's why you're buying a deep in the money call, because if it does continue to go lower, you can sell back in with very little loss. That's why you're buying a deep in the money call. We're buying a deep in the money call here. You know, we're giving ourselves quite a bit of wiggle room here. Almost $6 from where we are right now. We're deeply in the money here. All right. Now, if you're a serious bull, all right, we can clear out this trade. And you're saying, Sal, this is going to bounce. It's going to be a monster bounce. Right? We're going all the way back to, you know, to the high 90s, and I want an opportunity that's going to give me an opportunity to ride it back into the 90s. Right? So then it's going to require less upfront, so you can sell these 97.50s. Boy, this is you got to be bold as a motherfucker to buy these. You'll sell that, buy the even more liquid 95s. All right, these are going to be dirt cheap, so you're going to need a lot more, but I'm going to show you just based on risk purpose what it is. $47. All right, so that's why when I said the show earlier, guys who only have $200, you only have $300 to trade, you don't need a lot of money. So all you guys out there buying or going to play at Nadex and all that crap, you just need a little bit more patience. And that's how companies like Nadex win, is because they profit on the fact that you guys have very little patience. But for $47, you can buy this call vertical, and you can say if the price of Walmart by June 15 ends up being greater than $95.47, which was our price, your maximum possible profit is $203. If the price of Walmart ends up being less than $95.47, your maximum possible loss is your initial risk, which was $47. All right? So that's well over. That's almost, what, 300% on your money. You know what I'm saying? Again, it requires some patience. It requires some balls, right? You're buying the $95 calls. But you can trade for less than $100. You can trade for less than $100. Dr. Butterfly 25, not even 60. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Dr. Butterfly. Absolutely right. All right. Now, of course, as I said, you can do the opposite of this. You're saying, oh, Sal, these Trump tariffs are the truth. We're going into a trade war against China. We're going lower. All right. We're going lower. Okay, that's fine. You believe that. Now you want to bet against. You want to bet against Walmart. I wouldn't do that, but you could. All right. So you're saying Walmart's going to go down below 80. So you can probably look at some of these 85s or 84s. I'd probably sell. Or you think it's going to bounce, you can sell this one to buy that one. And you can get a credit. This is another way to go long. Yeah, you can sell this one to get your credit. This is another way to go long. I just showed you another way to go long. Basically, what you're doing here is you're saying that it's another way to buy a call. Well, no, yeah. It's just basically like saying if Walmart stays above a certain level, then you get money. So if Walmart ends up being greater than 86.46, your maximum profit is that credit that I showed you. I showed you guys this one yesterday. I plan on doing this with Google tomorrow. Because there's a certain level that I know Google is not going to lose before Friday. And I'm going to try that tomorrow with Google. But this is another way to kind of go long, but in a different kind of way. So with the $140, which would be your profit, you get to keep that up front. And the only thing that has to happen is that Walmart has to stay above 86.46 by June. All right. But again, you're betting it's going to go lower. So just buy a straight up put. You can just buy a straight up put. All right. And you'll buy a more expensive put. So let's just go ahead and buy. Let's go ahead and make this cheaper. Let's sell the 97.50. And you're going to buy the 80s, the 870s. All right. Being greater. Hold on. Sell to open. Hold on. No, we're gonna do it different. Let's buy this one and sell the 82s. We'll do it that way. So this is an interesting put vertical because you're expecting Walmart to go down below June. So you're saying if the price of Walmart ends up being less than $81.91, your maximum possible profit by June is going to be $191. All right. So you're expecting Walmart to come down over the next 90 days. And that's why your risk, as it says, basically just the opposite of the trade I showed you earlier. Very little upfront risk, high return, because you're betting out of the money. You're betting out of the money. You're betting out of the money. But I don't like betting stocks going down. Good companies. I don't like betting against good companies with great financials. You know, Walmart's sitting on a ton of cash. They can go out and buy a .com, and you know that could really fuck your options up, man. So I don't like betting against good companies. All right, I don't like betting against good companies. You know, plays like that are really good. Like when Spotify comes out, I'm gonna do a trade like that on Spotify. When Spotify comes out and goes public and options become available, I'm going to be all over a trade like that for Spotify. I'm going to go way out. I'm going to do something ridiculous like $10 away from where it's at. Put a shitload of time on it and just sit, because you're going to put, if I'm going to put up $59 to triple my money, I'm doing that all day, every day. I'm doing that all day, every day. Okay. And let me show you guys real quick. This is the last one. I'll go back to the chat room. Unless you guys got more plays you want to do this way. But I know some of you guys want to go to bed. We'll look at a trade like Roku, right? Roku losing their ass right now. Let's go to Roku's October's. Oh, wow. Roku's liquidity is drying up. Even April is dry. A little bit of liquidity, but boy, Roku, okay, never mind. Never mind. Something just popped in my head, but not even Roku. Roku looks horrible. All right, so let's get back to the chat room. Yes, indeed. Callie Rob, you said, do I still do it? Yeah, I let those go. I let those go about almost 2 weeks ago now. I let those go. Do I let verticals? No. But Ms. Dr. Butterfly, you never let your verticals expire. You got to understand, your verticals will reach that maximum profit amount. Once you get to that maximum profit amount, you go ahead and cancel the trade. I mean, you go ahead and close the trade. It's a wrap. You've gotten to your high. It'll never get above that. So, you know, once it hits that amount, you close the trade, you get your money. You know, if that happens, you know, a month in or 2 months in or, you know, a week in, once you get to that maximum amount, you close the trade. But you never let them expire. You never let them expire. Because if you let them expire, you paid for the trade, but you didn't execute the trade. So your broker will keep the credit. You said, do I have to wait? No, you do not have to wait 92 days. You don't have to wait 92 days. You have to wait to as close as your profit gets to its maximum levels. If you're talking about the one where you have to wait till it gets to a certain amount, or when your guaranteed credit matures, you'll see it mature in your account. Yeah, try it on. Try it on. I mean, you know, I showed you guys a $54 trade. If you've got the permissions on your trading account, go ahead and take a position, a $54 trade. Give yourself, just let it sit in your account and prove itself. See if it's something you like. You know? See if it's something you like. But I want to show you guys, this is a Google trade. Well, actually, who's got Amazon or Google? Which one's got more liquid options? I think it's Amazon. But so I was thinking even March 16th, 1591. So what if I did sell by, let's see that, being greater than 15-year maximum possible profit is $95. See, this is a risk I wanted to do. Is really interesting on Amazon. On Amazon, this is what I wanted to do tomorrow. I wanted to do something like this tomorrow. Because I'm trying to develop this weekly paycheck system. I know how to do it on the monthly. But if I could do it on the weekly, it'll be really interesting. So this is Amazon. This is March 16th. So in 2 days, right? Amazon right now is trading for $15.91. Right? $15.91. You can't go too low on these. But I'm saying, I can say, well, Amazon is not going to go below $15.82.50. It's not going to go below $15.82.50. So I'm going to sell the 1582s. I'm going to buy the 1580s on the put side. I'm going to get that credit. So the credit is going to be only $95. All right, and of course you're going to add more contracts to this, but I'm just showing you with one contract. If the price of Amazon winds up being greater than $15.81.55, your maximum possible profit is $95. If the price of Amazon winds up being greater than $15.81.55, maximum possible loss is $155. Now, when they say that $95, that's keeping in mind that Amazon continues to go higher, right? You don't want this to kind of keep pushing back, right? Keep coming down, right? That's the expectation, is that Amazon continues to go up, because then it continues to maintain that maximum profit amount. If Amazon starts selling off and testing, you know, $15.85, $15.86, then that maximum possible profit could come down. It very well could come down. So these selling put verticals works best if you believe the stock is going to go up. because the maturation of that maximum profit is very, very likely in that scenario. So you would, of course, you know, again, you're not gonna take $95. Now, depending on your account size, you might want that, right? $95 might mean a lot to you if you only got $500. But I'm gonna increase it. Let's say 15 contracts. That's probably a lot. That's probably a little bit too many on that 85.50. You're probably gonna need a better. Let's see that. 15 contracts each. That looks a lot better. All right. So weekly paycheck system. You're selling this put vertical because you expect Amazon to be where guys go to end the week. You expect Amazon to continue to go higher. Your credit for this Friday is going to be $14.40. Expected Amazon credit is if Amazon winds up being greater than $15.81.54. Your maximum possible profit is $1,400 and $1,440. If Amazon winds up being less than $15.81.54, your maximum possible profit is maximum possible loss is $2,300. I like that trade. I like that trade. That's how you would do that. Yeah, that's a better trade for someone like me. I mean, you know, risking 23 to make 14, I would do that day in and day out. You know. Now, this number would change tomorrow because with the new option pricing. So that's why when you're doing trades like that, you want to do them like at the end of the day. You want to do them at the end of the day, 3:30, 3:45, because tomorrow it is going to be it'll change because your broker's not going to want to commit to that kind of level. You're not going to want to commit to that kind of profit. So, and option pricing changes, and it's going to be a lot less because it's less likely to get to those lower levels. So your broker is not going to want to pay that out that much. All right. Anything else anybody want to talk about? 305-600-2896 before we get you guys out of here. Again, I didn't want to sleep tonight without doing the show. I'll be back tonight to wrap up the week. Interesting to see what the discussion is across the market. You know, whether or not we get some new news. Jeff Sessions could be out. If Jeff Sessions is out next week, man, some of those marijuana stocks some of you guys brought up, man, you can see some turnaround in those. If Jeff Sessions if he's out, those weed stocks they're gonna bounce. They're gonna bounce. So watch out for that next week. Let's say Amazon gets above 1581, then quickly goes down. Do you still get? No, that the DK. It's all about it staying above those levels. It's got to stay above 1581. If it gets below 1581, you lose money. You lose money. If you take that trade now and Amazon closes at like 1582, you still get a credit, but that credit is not going to be that 1400. That credit could be a couple $100, you know, if that. Right? The credit, that maximum credit amount, is guaranteed the higher the stock goes above that required minimum. If it starts to come down, that credit will come down. That credit will come down. How long does it have to stay above 1581? Close to expiration. It could be day of expiration, but it's gotta be above 1581, and it's gotta be significantly above that 1581. Look, you can buy that trade, and if Amazon pops the next day $7, that trade might be in the money $700. You can just go ahead and take that. Appreciate you, Dr. Butterfly. You can just go ahead and take that. You can be like, fuck it, I'll take the 700. Fuck the 14. So you can do it that way too. And you can close the trade. All right, but you miss out on the maturation to get the maximum profit amount. All right, but don't go big. Don't go big. Play with one contract first. See how it works. That's why I'm going to do one contract tomorrow, and I've already got a Google one sitting right now, which I'm only like 30 bucks away from the max. I got a Google one sitting right now. And I talked about that yesterday on the show that I was going to do that, and I did it after I saw the way Google bounced. But even Google kind of scared me a little bit because they had really great mornings and then they kind of pulled back a little bit. Here's the 5-minute chart on Google. Here's the 4. So you had this really good morning, and then it started pulling back, and it came back, and it kind of pulled back. I'm like, God damn, just keep going up. And my Google is 1135. So I said, basically, as long as it commits above 1135, I'm going to get $500 on this trade on Friday. But it was kind of scary because, you know, it started pulling back a little bit toward the end of the day. So I'm hoping that Google continues to go higher so I can get that profit. All right. Yeah, $1,400 was the max profit for that order for that many contracts. Yes, sir. All right. And you got to understand, on those more expensive stocks, it gets harder to get that many contracts because those aren't as liquid. You can do them on smaller amounts, like the QQQs. You know, you do something like that on the QQQs. All right, let's do that. You just popped up in my head. Let's do one thing before we get out of here. We got like 5 minutes. Let's go to QQQ. All right, this is where the liquidity is at. QQQ. All right, now QQQ. Let's go to March 16th. All right, QQQ. See how cheap these are? These are way too cheap. But the volume, the liquidity allows you to really load up. Let's see here. 170 is really close. Shit. Let's say you think the market won't pull back below 170. Let's hit the 170. Let's buy that one. You see here, this is way too. God, they're so cheap. Let me see. Will they even take that? Oh shit, they will take that. Okay. You see, it's really cheap. You get a $9 credit. If QQQ winds up being greater than 169.91, your maximum possible profit is $9. If it falls below 169.91, your maximum possible loss, it'll be $41. You're going to have to load up on this one, man. I mean, you're going to have to really load up for it to really make sense. $9. All right, so I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not even going to do this unless it's at least 50 contracts. 50, but you can see here, 74,000 contracts out there, so you're going to have to really load up on that. 50, 50. Let me see, 50, 50 on that one too. Yeah, okay. Let's go. There it is. That's a lot better. All right, so QQQ. Our credit tomorrow will be $500 assigned to our account, which would be, we can take profit by Friday, just before the close. If QQQ winds up being greater than 169.90, again, it's got to be above it, right? We don't have to be testing it. You got to be above it. For example, I'd love if we go to 173 by Friday, then you're guaranteed the maximum. All right, but if we start touching it, you're at 170, 170, 115. This is going to change. If QQQ winds up being greater than 169.90, your maximum possible profit is $500. If QQQ winds up being less than 169.90, your maximum possible loss is $2,000. All right. There it is. That's your, that's a nice little return on investment there for 2 days of work. That's 2 days. That's quite a bit of risk, though. I mean, but that's why I said you got to have, if you got some money, you got some risk that you're willing to put up. And 169.90, I wouldn't do this with all the tariff talk right now. I wouldn't do this right now. But if this was a different time, different kind of scenario, different conversations that were being had right now in DC, this would very well make sense, but not right now. This is a bit too risky. It's a bit too risky. You said the risk reward is whack? How is the risk reward whack? How is the risk reward whack? You're putting up 2,000 to make 500. You're putting up 2,000 to make 500. How is that whack? You're not going to get a 25% on your money in 2 days is whack. 25% return on investment for 2 days of work, that's whack. Are y'all listening to what you're saying? Y10. Yeah, we talked about this one's gonna pull back a little bit. This one, see here, after hours 288, down 3% right now after market. Let's see if you get squeezed on that. All right, let me get you guys out of here. Did a nice little 2-hour show tonight. These little late shows are real chill, man. It's real chill. I feel like it's even more chill than the 9 o'clock shows because you guys aren't as stressed out. Because I feel like you can tell some of the guys in the chat room at those 9 o'clock in the 9 o'clock show, the typical hour, they're stressed out because they're scared of a position that might be going against them. So you'll have a guy like he'll say the same ticker in the chat like 10, 15 times because he wants to hear something different about it. It's a lot chill, right? I got to get my green screen back up because I'm noticing now on the replays on anybody's channel, they're letting you watch the chat room that was said during the show. So I'm going to have to start doing to what, what's his name, Trayvon James was doing, where he'll have the full screen. And then I'm just like a green screen where I'm at, like my head is like somewhere at the bottom of the chart or some shit like that. So, because there's no reason now to have the chat room in the screen, I'm just going to have to figure out where to put, my equity feed logo, black box, and the phone number and all that shit. All right, so let's go ahead and ring the bell. Let's go ahead and ring the bell. All right. So you see, you guys are saying it's too much risk. I get it if you're looking at it that way, but man, when you got a 6-figure trading account, $2,000 to make 500 is not a lot of money, man. You got to look at the bigger picture. Appreciate you guys. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. Yes, indeed. Let's keep it going. All right, where the hell my music go? There it is. Little Rick Ross. Appreciate you, Joe Scott. Desert Edge. Appreciate you. Kenny Dutton, thank you so much, sir. I'll see you guys back tonight, man. I'll be on tonight. I'm sure Bats will be in, all the usual crew, Callie, Rob, all you guys, Gucci. Dr. Butterfly, thank you for tuning in earlier. It says short Facebook. I don't know. Facebook makes a lot of money, man. What? I'm curious to where all this short Facebook conversation come all of a sudden. Stock Z, thank you. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you, Kelly, Rob. Shout out to all the people who were up late with me tonight, man. I had like 36 people as the high today. So I appreciate that. Be back tonight. The market's about to open up in 6 hours and 27 minutes. No, sorry, 4 hours and what was it? Yeah, 4 hours and 27 minutes. 4 hours and 27 minutes. The market opens up. Get yourself some nap time, and I will see you guys in the morning. Blackboxtrader.org. Get those alerts, man. Or just go ahead and get you some of that weekly paycheck. I'm putting it together, man. Yes, indeed. See y'all tomorrow, same time, same place. Happy trading.